So Matt, you've been living in Mount Isa for over 15 years and I know Jan reasonably well, and you know there's decisions and compromises you all make as a family along the way. Is there anything you or Jan would say to people who are thinking about going to work in an area like Mount Isa, and it doesn't have to be Mount Isa, it could be over at Tom Price or somewhere, and the decisions you have to make jointly, and what's helped with that for both of you, for both you and Jen, to continue making those decisions?
Yeah, look, that's a really important question, I think, in anyone's career, because being able to do these sorts of roles in somewhat remote areas it's important that your partner's happy and comfortable. I suppose whether it's happy, it's more comfortable on occasions around what's been going on. And Jen and I have had an ongoing sort of discussion around that for the last 15 years. We certainly didn't come back to Mount Isa with a 15-year plan. We came with a couple of year plan and see where it goes from there. But I think probably the key thing there is she's found a real role in the community, and she's done things that may not necessarily have been what were the plans originally. And also you do things in a regional community that you've never done before. So getting out and getting involved has stood us in really good stead. I know she was pretty interested in potentially leaving Mount Isa early on, and at one point I mentioned that there was a job opportunity over in Canada, and this was probably 3 to 5 years into our stay, and it was at the transition point where after 2 years she actually started to enjoy what we were doing. And the decision there was well, why are we leaving now? I'm part of the community, I really enjoy what I'm doing. The kids are really happy. I know the kids really enjoy the safety and the friends and the community aspect of living in a regional town. So they'll disappear after school, they'll walk themselves home from school, ride a bike, go and play, and often we're trying to find them at sort of 6 o'clock at night to come in and have dinner. So I think that aspect of living in a regional town has really been what's great for us. We were at a stage where we moved from Melbourne, had a couple of children and a young family, and I just don't think it could have been better for us. And that's really helped us from that side of things, and that's, I suppose, the reason we've stayed there. We really enjoy it, and to the point now where my role, a lot of discussion has been around, well, maybe you should be living in Brisbane. And to me at the moment that's actually a negative. I'd with where we sit as a family and where Jen sits in her career and her enjoyment of what's happening up there, then I don't really want to leave. I know that means I've got to travel more. Yeah. But for the family side of things, we've chosen that the regional lifestyle actually suits us a lot better.
Yeah, it's interesting. A lot of people do say when you tell them that you've worked in places like Mount Isa, well, why would you go there? But I think a lot of people underestimate the value of that community, and the closeness of a lot of those communities for some time is quite valuable.
Oh, they really do, and even the impact you can have. I know I'm also the chairman of the aged care home there, and I mean I got no idea about that sort of stuff. I'm an engineer. What am I do? So you get involved in things that you never thought you would be involved in, and to see the difference you can actually make, I don't think you get those opportunities in Brisbane, Sydney or Melbourne.
Yeah, that'd certainly be the case.